The rand and randbetween functions are used in spreadsheet simulations to generate random numbers. Actually, they aren't truly random numbers, as you might get if you threw dice, flipped coins, or performed some other random mechanism. The results of rand and randbetween are often called pseudo-random numbers, because a numerical algorithm generates them. If you knew the algorithm, you could predict exactly which numbers would be generated. However, the important point is that computer-generated random numbers look random and are very useful in simulations. The rand function has been in Excel forever. It takes no arguments, so that it is followed by empty parentheses, and it generates decimal numbers uniformly distributed between 0 and 1. Each rand formula generates a different random number, and when the spreadsheet recalculates, they change in a seemingly random way. Here is an illustration. I will enter one rand function. Remember that the parentheses are necessary. Now I will copy it. All the random numbers are different, and if I do anything to force a recalculation, they all change. This is the essence of random numbers. Sometimes it is useful to generate random numbers and then freeze them. To do this, simply copy the formulas and paste them special over themselves as values. I'll do it. Now they're no longer random. They are fixed or frozen. Starting in Excel 2007, Microsoft introduced the randbetween function. This function takes two integer arguments, a lower limit and an upper limit, and it returns an integer that is equally likely to be anywhere between these two limits, including the limits themselves. For example, randbetween of 1, 6 is a perfect way to generate the roll of a die. Here is an example where two dice are repeatedly thrown and the outcome of some game depends on the sum of the two outcomes. I'll generate the two rolls of the dice and I'll sum them. Did you see them change? That's because they're random. Now I'll copy the whole thing down for multiple plays of the game. They have random outcomes. Of course, these outcomes can also be frozen by copying and pasting special as values. I'll do it. Now they're not random, so they don't change if the spreadsheet recalculates.